Uh, so Friday's portion of the test will be calculator, Monday's non-calculator. This way I'll at least have a recording that you guys can look up later if you want to. Like if you're trying to practice at home on the calculator and you're forgetting things, I'll see if this recording will help a little bit, if nothing. This is the review I just posted into the Schoology folder. It's separate from the one that you guys were given. Although I kind of feel like some of the questions were the same. Oh, remember when I was telling you guys that I was trying to figure out, where did it go? Well, now I can't find it. Maybe that was on the other review.
This is our review.
This is the one you already have?
That goes right here. And you do the 1.1 minus 1 plus.
Seriously, the exact same one?
E to the first right here.
Okay, let's try that again. Let's open up the other one. I think this was different. Is this a different first question? Same first question? Oh, I bet I know the difference. Okay. Remember I was telling you there was the question that I don't know if you guys remember me saying, I was surprised nobody asked it because it was super hard. And I found out in fifth hour, that's because you guys have a different review than I have in my key. And this must be the difference, is you have this other one printed. So question 7, well, okay, that highlighted weird. Question 7 is completely different than the question 7 that you guys had in your packet. And it took me forever to figure out number 7 here because it's so different than all the rest. Well, shoot. Okay, lucky for you, there's like 4 reviews. Well, at least now I know why they were slightly different. Okay, so I guess I'll post this one in a couple minutes. Here. Okay, so let's do question 4 together. And let me zoom in a little bit probably. Is that big enough to read? Okay. So let's go from that equation and find out information. It says a particle moves along a line so that its position at any time t is greater than equal to 0 is given by that function, where s is measured in meters and t is in seconds. And we've got a handful of questions to answer from it. What I wanted to go through with you guys was how to figure out these answers from the calculator. Like, I know you guys are pretty good at doing it by hand. I don't even have a clue if this question probably can be done by hand, looking at the numbers that are there because they're kind of nice. But I wanted to go through what to do on the calculator just to refresh you or remind you. So let's start by going into y equals and then putting in that equation. So 1/3, we don't have a t, so x cubed minus 4x squared plus 15x minus 2. Before I forget to tell you about the test, so since the test is Friday and Monday, do know that if you're gone for either part of those, you'll be expected to take a different test in class the day you come back. So for whatever reason, I keep getting people who are surprised that they don't have to take the test when they come back. Like, I get that you get 2 days for every day you're gone, and I get that there's all sorts of different reasons. And you know, if you were sick for like a week or something, like that's kind of a different story. This year is already super difficult for most of you because it seems like there's so many different kind of distractions and things going on that when you put things off and you get behind, it's really easy to just completely lose control of where you're at and how behind you are. And like I've got many students who are like 2-3 tests behind because they kind of just keep putting stuff off and then they can't catch up. So do know you're kind of expected to take it right when you come back. You know, obviously there's always going to be some kind of circumstances that you can talk to me about, but like you're pretty much expected to take it right away because otherwise you're just going to get behind, and in calc that's really difficult. So before I forgot to talk to you about it, I wanted to say that. Okay, so most of you should have that equation in by now. We're definitely going to be needing the derivative, and I didn't even look. Oh, I definitely see acceleration up there, so we are going to need acceleration, so second derivative. Let's pretend you don't know how to figure out the derivative, or maybe the derivative would take a really long time doing it by hand. So to put the derivative in here, we're going to kind of use the workaround. You can hit the math button, or you can go to F2 in green, but we want the one that says end derive. Some of your screens, it's below the bottom. Some of you can read it right away. But it should pop up like that. And we want d dx of y1. So there's various places to get y1. The quickest is if you hit F4. Question? Oh, okay. Yeah. I just saw your hand go up out of the corner of my eye. And then we're going to put x equals x. And that will allow the calculator to draw the derivative. Now the advantage for us when it draws the derivative is we're going to be able to find out any sort of answers from the graph using the calculator. To find the second derivative, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we want to do the derivative of y2. Now the downside is that it probably is going to take forever for your calculator to process this. So y2, you go to alpha trace F4, and I want to pick 2. X equals x. In the directions, we were told that it's t greater than or equal to 0. Before I hit graph, because it's going to take you guys probably 3-4 minutes for it to graph it. This is what I'm unsure of on Friday's test, is the speed of your calculator sometimes can be kind of a hindrance. Like when you're doing a question, it might take a while to calculate. So before I hit graph, because that'll take forever, I'm going to hit the window button. And I only want positive values. So I'm going to do 0 to 10 right away. You know, I don't, if I need more numbers or bigger numbers, I'll do that. And then I'll hit graph. Mine will go quicker. Yes, ma'am.
I forgot what I had to do with the X's and commas because mine inputs it differently.
You want to do comma x, comma x.
Okay. Would I need the parentheses?
I don't think so. I believe that's how you have to type it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now if you have a color calculator, did it graph yours decently quickly?
Yeah, it's almost done.
Almost done. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a pro tip. if you realize that you screwed something up, like when I'm looking at this question, I see that it goes higher than I expected. If you hit the on button, it will pause the drawing. It will stop whatever it's doing in the background. So you can hit the on button to have it stop doing things. I can tell that I need to make my window higher. I know, now we passed another 10 years.
It finished.
You guys have aged.
Oh my God.
Mine finished and died.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe it's back now.
Yeah, and battery life may actually affect how fast it does it, I guess. I'm not sure.
Oh, we're good.
Okay, so we've got derivatives up here. Hi, you want to graph derivatives with us?
I'd love to.
Oh, excellent. I'm showing them how to cheat on the calculator. They like that.
You're learning how to cheat.
Yeah,
Whatever you do, don't tell your significant other that you know how.
this is why I'm their favorite teacher.
Oh, you're talking about something else. Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes.
What if you're married to the calculator?
Well, that just feels wrong.
'Cause then you'd be cheating on the calculator, because you just said that.
Wow. Maybe I should rethink my practices
You
here.
should.
Yeah. Who should I call on? Let's call on Neil. Neil, how do I find the instantaneous velocity at t equals 3 by using my calculator?
You would go to the first derivative equation,
How do I do that?
use the arrows to go, I don't know which color it is, I think it's the,
This isn't helping.
oh, trace.
Oh, perfect. Nice call. If you hit trace, then it automatically will move to the equation. Good call. And as a nice tip, it tells you up on the top of the screen which equation it is on. So like right now I have y1 is mine is blue. I don't know what color yours is. If I hit up and down, it will switch between them. y2 is the derivative of y1, so that's correct. Okay, good. And I forget what I said, at 3?
Yeah.
Okay, once you are using the trace button, you can just hit the 3 button and then hit enter. And it will automatically try to find you the value at x equals 3. Actually, that was super unlucky on my part. This answer is 0. This is your calculator's way of saying that it can't figure out because it's calculating things. So 3.33 times 10 to the negative 7th would be 0.60333. It's 0. When you get goofy numbers like this, that's your calculator's way of 0. Oh, shoot, we have raptor time today. Well, that was bad timing. Okay, I guess we'll finish this one tomorrow. My fault.